is going to be. He gets away from one tackle. Lefty's still running. Cuts back up. Lefty's still on his feet. Lefty's still on his feet. He's down the sideline. He's headed for pay dirt. Touchdown, Dragons! And welcome to Livingston Academy. Eric Gary Clark with you on the Progressive pregame show as we get set for football action tonight. It's York and Livingston, folks. These two teams are bitter rivals, and it's always a great game between the two. York comes in 6-2, Livingston 7-1. But in the words of Richard Marks, don't mean nothing, because we have one of the oldest rivalries in high school football getting set to get underway here in just a moment. We'll take a look at how these teams did last year. We'll take a look at some of the streaks in this one. We'll also take a look at some common opponents. We'll take a look at last week's action. We'll get Dennis and the guys to give us last week's action. And we'll also take a look at this week's preview from Dennis and the guys on the Friday Night Thunder scoreboard. But first, let's take a time out for this word from Progressive Savings Bank.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business.
And back here on the Progressive pregame show as we get set for football action. We're going to have the national anthem here in just a moment. As we said, these two teams played last year. York won that one 21-8. That broke an 8-year losing streak York had to Livingston Academy. So that's a big win last year. York is 3-10 versus Livingston since 2004. They're 36-29 on the Livingston 36, York 29 on their overall series of all the years they played. So that's a pretty good statistic. Very close. These two teams always good rivals, and this should be a good football game here tonight as we get set for this one to get underway here in just a moment. As we said, we're getting set for our national anthem here in just a second, and we won't be able to pick that up, so we will try here in just a moment to get our Friday Night Thunder crew to give us our preview and review as we get set for our national anthem here at the Livingston Academy Stadium. Senior night here at Livingston Academy. They've got, they've got them written on the sideline. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors on their roster here tonight playing their last home game bar playoff action. And Livingston with a 7-1 record, pretty much going to be in the playoffs. They're either going to be a number 1 or number 2 seed. So you think even regardless of this, they're going to have one more home game at least. York, it looks like York going to go in a number 2 seed in their district as that win over Sequatchie County put them in a tie. These two teams have a couple of common opponents here tonight. They both played Cumberland County. York beat them 46-0. Livingston 40-7. Both beat Upperman. York 48-31. Livingston 32-20, and both played Smith County. York lost 41-40 in that squeaker. Had Livingston edged Smith County in a squeaker as well by a score of 16-13. Well, let's take a time now for another break from Progressive Savings Bank. When we get back, we'll go to Dennis Weaver and the guys with the preview, and then we'll also have Eric with the preview this week. We got review, preview, something. We got them somewhere. We'll have it right after this.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business success, and we're your number 1 fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Despite a slew of byes, a great slate of region games highlighted the action in week number 9 for Tennessee high school football. I'm Dennis Weaver, Friday Night Thunder. Give us 3 minutes and we'll look at the highlights for the teams in the Friday Night Thunder network area and contests statewide. This is the Friday Night Thunder Week 9 Rewind. In Region 3 6A, Cookeville shocked Blackman, Oakland rolled over Siegel, and Riverdale spilled Coffee County. Warren County had the week off. In Region 5 6A, Smyrna edged Stewart's Creek on a last-second field goal in the region game between the only two teams in action. Enjoying a Week 9 vacation were Antioch, Cane Ridge, Laverne, McGavick, and Overton. In Region 5-5A, Shelbyville downed Columbia and Lincoln County flew past White County in a pair of region games. Summit, Franklin County, and Page took the week off. In Region 4-4A, Marshall County downed Spring Hill in the only region contest on the schedule. Lawrence County, Maplewood, Tullahoma, and Nolensville had the week off. In Region 4-3A, Smith County caged Cannon County, York put down Sequatchie County, and Grundy County forfeited their game with Upperman. In Region 5-3A, Giles County won at Fayette Academy in a non-region contest. East Nashville, Pearl Cone, Stratford, and White Creek all had byes. In Region 4-2A, Trousdale County spanked Cascade, Watertown topped Jackson County, and Westmoreland scalped East Robertson. In Region 5-2A, Columbia Academy bid Eagleville, and Community ran past Loretta in a pair of region games. Lewis County rolled over Obion County in non-region play, while Forest and Summertown had the week off. In Region 5-1A, Moore County doubled up Huntland in the lone region contest of the week. Cornersville, Fayetteville, Franklin Grace, Mount Pleasant, and Richland all enjoyed the week off. Elsewhere in Middle Tennessee Christian tamed Clarksville Academy. Davidson Academy dumped Nashville Christian. White House trumped Creekwood. Macon County clobbered DeKalb County, and Wayne County stunned McEwen. In East Tennessee, Farragut bested Bearden. Alcoa bounced Kingston. Oak Ridge nuked Clinton. Fulton flew past Campbell County. Greenville stopped Elizabethton in a battle of top 5 teams, and Loudon rolled up Sweetwater. In West Tennessee, Haywood dusted off Crockett County. Riverside spanked Houston County. Milan shot past McNairy Central. Christian Brothers crowned St. Benedict, and Adamsville blew through Union City. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder Week 9 Rewind. You can see all the scores from our scoreboard available at our website, FridayNightThunder.com. This has been Dennis Weaver for Friday Night Thunder.
We've been taking care of business. Taking care of business.
With 2 weeks left in the Tennessee high school football season, week number 10 means it is make or break time for playoff hopes for teams in every region. Hey folks, Eric Keith here of Friday Night Thunder with your Week 10 preview. We begin our preview in the Friday Night Thunder radio network area as Columbia Academy visits Lewis County with the Region 5 2A title on the line. Forest visits Wartrace to take on Cascade in a non-region contest where both teams are having uncharacteristic losing seasons. Lincoln County welcomes Franklin County to the pit in a battle for pride between old rivals. Cookeville hosts Oakland in a game that might decide the region championship in Region 3 6A. Page visits Shelbyville with the winner sewing up a home playoff game, and York Institute takes the windy road to Livingston Academy to take on their bitter rivals. Elsewhere in Middle Tennessee, Brentwood Academy visits old rival MBA. Cane Ridge hosts McGavick as they try to sew up the top spot in Region 5 6A. East Nashville visits Pearl Cone with the top spot in Region 5 3A up for grabs. Henry County hosts Clarksville Northeast to decide the Region 7 5A title. Clay County visits Pickett County in the Battle of Dale Hollow. And Gallatin visits Beach as each team is unbeaten in Region 6 5A. And Stone Memorial hosts Cumberland County in the Battle of Crossville. In West Tennessee, Cordova travels to Arlington to battle for the top spot in Region 7 6A. Milan welcomes Lexington to Bullitttown in a non-region rivalry tilt. Peabody hosts Trinity Christian, needing a win to stay in the playoff race in Region 7 2A. USJ visits Lausanne as each team is unbeaten in the West region of Division 2A AA. And old rivals White Station and White Haven square off on Friday night at Graceland. In East Tennessee, Notre Dame hosts Chattanooga Christian in battle for playoff seeding in Division 2. Coalfield visits Oliver Springs, with each team needing a win to sew up a home playoff game. David Crockett visits Daniel Boone in the Musket Bowl. Maryville hosts Heritage in the Battle of Maryville. West visits Fulton with the region title for Region 3 5A on the line. And Sullivan South visits Elizabethton with the winner sewing up a home playoff game. And Tyner visits Brainerd in a non-regional rivalry game in Chattanooga. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder Week 10 preview. You can keep up with all the scores from across the state all weekend long on our popular statewide scoreboard at our website, FridayNightThunder.com. There you can also listen to our post-game show from 9:30 to 11 Central Time each Friday night. If your local radio station does not carry Friday Night Thunder, encourage them to join our ever-expanding network. This has been Eric Keith for Friday Night Thunder.
And thank you, Eric Keith, as he gives us a preview of this week's games. This one's a big one here. It's not a region matchup, but it is a rivalry matchup like none other, folks. This one goes back way before my time, and I've been around for a long, long time. So that just tells you it's way before my time this has been going between York and Livingston, and we'll take a look at these two teams. We'll compare them side by side, and we'll take a look at some other notes from this week. Big news from Grundy County. We'll take a look at that coming up after this from Progressive Savings.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the Parent Teachers Group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
Well, York won the coin toss. They deferred to the second half, so we'll see how that goes for the Dragons if they will kick off to start the ball game. Now, as we said, one newsworthy note this week: the Grundy County Grundy County School Board voted 6-2 to finish their season on Monday. So they are going to finish their season. Of course, they got Sequatchie tonight, as you heard, and then they got Smith County next week. Now, that Smith County game, a big one for York. If Grundy can pull the upset there, York could possibly move to the number one spot. And Grundy County named their junior high coach, Nick Meeks, as their interim head coach this week. Back to our game now. We take a comparison of the two teams. You look at York and Livingston. York averages 37 points a game. Livingston 29.6, about a touchdown difference. Then you look at points allowed. York allows 18.3, Livingston 12.3. So Livingston allows a touchdown less points. So you've got the two teams pretty well even as we get set to come out into this one. Now Livingston without Rich, their big defensive star, as he is out with that knee injury, as he blew out a knee and he is outdone for the season. So we are very fortunate for that young man, as he will not be playing here tonight. And from what I understand, he is a beast on defense for the guys from Livingston Academy. Big thank you to our live game sponsors. They are State Representative John Mark Wendell, State Representative Kelly Keesling, State Senator Ken Yeager, also Fitras Farmers Co-op, First Volunteer Bank, Dairy Queen of Jamestown, Mike Cross, Fitras County Executive, Hall's Family Pharmacy, Jamestown Family Chiropractic, Conditioned Heating and Cooling, Twin Lakes Telephone, Medford Pharmacy, Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, and Casey Frontier Chevrolet, our sponsors for our live broadcast. And, of course, the halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford and the Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show each Monday, brought to you by the Union Bank. Don't forget, later tonight, it's Friday Night Thunder, 10 o'clock tonight, as York. We'll talk with Dennis and the guys after the game, and that brought to you by Plateau Pallets and Sawmill out on Highway 62 in Clark Range. Okay, it's time to line them up, kick it off, and get it on. It's football action, York and Livingston. Enough said. Here we go, as Ethan Probst's going to kick it away for the Dragons. Back deep will be number 24. That is Brown, and also number 21, it looks like that is Neely. Nate Neely back deep to receive, as we're set for the kickoff, and Probst has the ability to put it through the end zone. We'll see what he does here. York last week squibbed every time to Sequatchie County, which really kept the Indians from getting any kind of return, and it worked well for the Dragons. We'll see if that's their idea again, as now we're set for the kickoff when the official blows the whistle. We're ready for football action. It's a rivalry Friday as York takes on Livingston Academy. York and Livingston. This game, as far as district standings for either teams, don't mean nothing, but bragging-wise, this is a big one for both as we get set to get underway here. And it will be York's Probst to kick it away. Probst going to kick it deep, and back is Neely at about the 5-yard line. Brings it back up. He's up over the 20 to 25, still on his feet, up to the 30 before he's wrestled down and dropped there. Good tackle that time by the Jackhammer as Josiah Headings coming in with the first tackle of the night. And York will see Livingston go on offense at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. We're set for football action here as York and Livingston. Livingston will come up, and under center they're going to have quarterback Will McDonald. Now he'll step back in the shotgun spread offense. Takes the snap, hands it off to the back. He gets through the first one, but gets about 2 yards before he's tripped up there. Good job by the Cole train coming in and tripping him up on that one. Or no, they got three. Three come in, tackle him. Three with the sweep of the field. That was number 24, but it was number 30. So right off the bat, Dawson Threed. He ended the game last week with a sack at the end of the ball game against Sequatchie County. So Dawson playing very, very well. As now McDonald goes back in the shotgun. He's got in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it to the back again. Tries to get outside, get some running room. He's still on his feet. Out to the sideline. He's got some running room. York trying to cut him off. They will, but not before he gets all the way to the 36-yard line of York. Good run that time by the back. That is, I believe, number 11 was Wesley Smith, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's going to be number 6. It's going to be number 6, the tailback, Wade Neely. Good run by Wade Neely. Neely gives, well, they're going to mark him down to 39. They say he stepped out before he got on up the field. So it's 1st and 10, Livingston at York's 39-yard line. Here comes McDonald. He has got Neely in the backfield. Two split out wide to the left, two to the right. Got a man in motion. They'll hand it to the back. Neely again. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got forward enough for a half a yard, but not going to get much out of that one. Good D by the Dragons. Has Threed in there to trip him up. Dawson Threed and also the Jackhammer Josiah Headings to help him bring him down. And they say he did not get to pass the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats of Livingston Academy. McDonald with Neely in the backfield. Got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Waits, gets the snap. He's going to run, throws it deep, going out, and that one's going to be overthrown, trying to get to Wesley Smith, but on him was Mad Murdoch, as Murdoch, Andrew was right with him, stride for stride, and they overthrow that one. It's going to be 3rd down now and 10 for the Wildcats at the York 39-yard line. Livingston with their first 3rd down. He'll come up. Coach Bruce Lamb, longtime coach here at Livingston Academy, having another outstanding season as McDonald comes up in the shotgun. He's got Neely behind him, takes the snap, drops, looking, he's going to throw it out. Got a man out there, but that's going to be way overthrown out of bounds, and that'll be a 4th down now for the Wildcats, and we'll see what they do. 4th and 10 from the 40 or 39. I believe they're going to send in the kick unit as the punter Cole Smith going to come in now. Cole will come in for the first time to punt it away, and York should get their first possession, barring a fake by Livingston Academy, as York will get the ball back, or get the first ball for the first time tonight. And it's going to be snap back. Smith will get the punt off. This one's going to be a deep one. Underneath it is Rex Road at about the 3-yard line. He'll bounce out. He's got some running room, and now he's going to lose that running room. He gets to the 8-yard line before he is dropped by a horde of Wildcats, as the Wildcats drop him. And it's going to be 1st and 10 York from the 8-yard line, their own 8-yard line. So deep in their own territory, the Dragons come up after they stopped earlier. They had a bigger gain off on that first possession, but then able to shut down Livingston and make them punt. Now it's 1st and 10 Dragons at the 8-yard line. It'll be left view coming up under center. You got Cole Cooper in the backfield. You got Rex Road on the right wing, and you got Probst on the left wing. And the Beast's going to make the move. They're going to hand it off to him. He's going to go straight ahead, runs through tackles all the way up to the 17-yard line. As that is beast mode for you, as Ethan Probst just puts down his head, runs over some people, and now it's going to be 2nd and short for the Dragons. 2nd and 1, as Probst that time had a couple of Wildcats on him and just carried him. And back up now will come Lefevue. Lefevue's got Cooper in the backfield. This time they'll hand it off to Rexroad, and over the left side, Rexroad uses that speed, breaks away from one, breaks away from another. He's got some open field. Rexroad could go all the way for the Dragons. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown, Dragons. A 91-yard Rexroad run. And Dragons are on the scoreboard. York actually with an 83-yard run. We'll take a little off that 83-yard run for Rexroad. And once he got through that initial line, there was nobody going to catch the rocket. As that's a Rex rocket, folks. As he rolls that one down for 83 yards for the touchdown. Now Johan West will try to add the extra point. And the snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. York quickly out on top. 7-0 at the 9:29 mark of the first quarter.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union. A better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
The Rex Rocket with an 83-yard run, and Rexroad now gives the Dragons an early 7-0 lead. As that time, once Heath got it and got through that initial line, there was nobody going to catch him as he outrun the entire Livingston squad, and now the Dragons go up 7-0 with 9.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. It'll be Probst to kick it away for the Dragons. Rexroad with that speed, able to just blow open. Once he got past that initial line, there was nobody going to catch him. As it will be kicking away now is Probst. Probst's going to kick this one, and it's going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to hit at about the 20. Take a hop to Livingston player, and Neely will bring it up. Neely on the run gets up to about the 22-yard line. Or make that Wesley Smith on the return, number 11. Smith on the return. Gets it up now, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Wildcats, as Livingston with the football. York with the early lead. An 83-yard run by Heath Rexroad has given the Dragons the opening score of the ball game. They draw first blood, and now Livingston will try to answer. Will McDonald in the shotgun. He's got Neely in the backfield. Man in motion. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Neely. Neely's got a hole. Neely's that break through the first line. He gets up to about the 44-yard line before he is brought down by Probst, as Probst leveled him at the 44. But he was about an inch away from breaking one himself there. As he gets a big gain on that one, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 44-yard line. Livingston with their second possession. They punted on the first one. Now we'll get the second possession. Here we go. Back in the shotgun goes McDonald. McDonald hands it off to Neely. Neely trying to bounce to the right side. This time does. He's still got some room. He's got about 12 as he gets up into Dragon territory all the way up to the 43-yard line. Good running by Neely, as Neely's found him some daylight early, and he's got some big yards. And now York with Livingston at a 1st and 10 on York's 43-yard line. This is about where the Wildcats got last time before York able to stop them. See what the Dragons can do here. McDonald in the shotgun, got Neely behind him. York cheating up a little bit on this one. They'll take the snap, hand it off to Neely again. Neely got a hole. Neely's got some room. He's going to pick up a big chunk of yardage all the way to 32. 1st and 10, Wildcats. Neely just able to get some big holes. Good job by the lineman for Livingston. Opened some big holes for Neely, and he's just driving right through them. Going to make it now a 1st and 10 for Livingston Academy at York's 32-yard line. York leads at 7-0. We got 8:27 left to go here in quarter number 1. As McDonald back in the shotgun, got Neely behind him. Got a man in motion this time. They're going to hand it off to the man in motion, and he is going to be knocked down. York read that one like a cheap novel, and they were in there quickly as Lefevue drops him for a yard loss. That time Lefevue, he saw that one coming, and he dropped number 4, Ayers, right at about a 4-yard loss for the Wildcats. That's going to make it 2nd and long. Livingston got down this territory before and was unable to move the football. Now they went backwards. So 2nd and 14 now. Up comes McDonald, Neely in the backfield. Got 2 to the right. Now he's got a man in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off Neely. Neely is going to be hit this time right at the line of scrimmage, and I believe he just met the jackhammer. Josiah Headings were hit on, and Headings dropped him on that one. And you're not going to run over the jackhammer very often, folks, as he can really put a shot on you. Josiah Headings with the stop, and the Dragons now have Livingston at a 3rd and 15. So after a couple of big plays now, York stiffening up and able to stop Livingston on the last 2 attempts. And now up will come the Wildcats. Livingston, it's going to be McDonald. McDonald gets the snap. Drops, looks. Now he's being flushed. Now he's being dropped all the way to the 49-yard line. Good D by the Dragons as that one is Probst, the beast. Knocks him down all the way back to the 50-yard line, and Livingston going to have to punt it away. Good job by Probst. Probst had a guy right on top of him, and Probst able to offensive lineman back and grab and take down the quarterback. So now the kick will be Smith to kick it away. Back is Rexroad at about the 10-yard line this time. And the snap. 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Dragons at their own 15. York started their 8 last time and got one big run by the Dragons, Ethan Probst, and then an 83-yard breakaway by the Rocket. So the Rex Rocket with the touchdown, and now the Dragons are up 7-0, and they've got the football for the 2nd time. York bending but not breaking on defense. They gave up a couple of 3 big runs for Neely, and then were able to shut them down. And now we're going to have a timeout called by York. Timeout on the field with 6:13 to go, quarter number 1. York leads it 7-0.
There's a panic at the dealership. Sharice here from Casey's Frontier Chevrolet. I've added too many cars to my cart and now my lot is overrun. It's an inventory apocalypse. So right now, I'll give you up to $6,000 off any nicer, newer car on the lot. Does your credit score scare off other dealers? Don't boo-hoo. We've got you. Our For the People credit approval process takes the nail-biting out of car buying. And with up to $6,000 off, it won't last long. Check us out at CaseyChevy.com. We're the dealership in the cow pasture.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects actual discount. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends October 31st, 2017.
Well, the York Dragons have the football after Livingston moved the football down once again inside Dragon territory, but ended up punting the ball away all the way. They got moved all the way back to the 50. They lost about 20 yards after they got the first down, and now they're on defense, and York has it 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. York has not had great field position, but it didn't matter in that first one as they got about a 9-yard run from Probst and then an 83-yarder from Rexroad, and the Dragons are on top 7-0. Up will come Lefevue. He's got Cooper in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it to the train, and the cold train right in the middle. He's going to break to the outside. Got one man to beat, and he's going to trip, and still on his feet, drives all the way to the 43-yard line. That's why we call him the cold train, folks, as he rolls up and gets a big first down for the Dragons. Picks up about 25 on the carry. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 42-yard line of Livingston Academy. Good run by the big fullback, Cole Cooper. Cooper with the run. And here comes the Dragons. As under center goes Lefevue. Got Rexroad in motion. He's going to pitch it to Rexroad. Rexroad's got a couple blockers out. He's headed down the sideline. He's going to get about 11 yards before he is knocked out of bounds. And the Dragons going to have another first down inside Wildcat territory at the 48-yard line. Rexroth with a good carry picks up about a dozen, so the Rex Rocket now with almost 100 yards in this first quarter. So Rexroth really getting off to a good start. And up will come the Dragons. They got Cooper in the backfield, got Rexroth right side, Probst on the left. And they got Probst in motion. They're going to give it to him. Probst hitting the backfield. Good play by Livingston's number 6, Neely. No, that wasn't Neely. That was number 68 for Livingston Academy. And that was a good play by Cole Spears, able to shoot through there and drop Probst for a 2-yard loss. You very seldom ever see Ethan Probst drop for a loss, folks. So York now's got its second and a dozen now from the 49-yard line of Livingston. They get it all the way down to about the 32 for the first down. And now they got a man in motion. This time they're going to get Rexroth left side. Rexroth's got some runner. He breaks it up there. He breaks it up all the way up to about the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Dragons. Rexroth now over 100 yards in the first quarter as the Rex Rocket really showing some great maneuverability there and that great speed he's got. He's got another first down for the Dragons. York marching the football. Coach Bruce Lamb wants to talk about it now. Livingston takes a timeout. We've got 4:51 to go in the first. It's 7-0 York.
And Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joy Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadow Thrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our 2017 York football team.
Well, the Dragons have it at the Livingston 32 and get back to action. 4:51 left to go here in quarter number 1. Livingston takes their first time out of the night. And now York will have it 1st and 10. Another good run by Rexroth, over 100 yards here in this first quarter. So the Rex Rocket got some afterburning going on tonight as he gets the big jump. And York got a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here come the Dragons. You got Drake split out wide to the right. You're pretty content with running the football right now. It's been pretty effective so far. Not thrown a pass yet. Left view under center's got Probst in motion. Probst going to cut back inside. Still on his feet. Gets up to about the 29-yard line. Give him about 5 carries. So make it 2nd and 5. And that's what you want. You want 4 or 5 yards on that first down each time on this wing tee. That's what gets you. Of course, York got an 83 a while ago. So coming in now for the Dragons is Austin Johnson. Johnson will come in for the first time. You got Johnson here on the right wing. And here come the Dragons. They'll line up. Got Johnson in motion. They'll give it. No, instead to Cooper right up the middle. Cooper still on his feet. Bangs his way all the way up to about the 19-yard line. So a 1st and 10 Dragons now in the red zone as York picks up another big game by the Coal Train. And now with the gain of 10, York's got a 1st and 10 at the Livingston 19-yard line. The Dragons with a great ground attack in this first quarter. They have not thrown the ball yet. That was the second carry on for Cooper. Cooper back in the backfield. York now a little different look. They got 2 out wide to the left, 1 to the right. They'll take a snap, and it'll be Lefeview on the keeper, and Lefeview goes forward, and he's going to be driven back. Got about 3 on the carry. So York will have it 2nd and 7. York definitely in the 4-down territory here. So good job by Lefeview on that one. Parrish on the stop, and now York with a 2nd and 7, I should say, at the Livingston 16-yard line. Now they're going to spread them out a little bit, and nobody in the backfield with we're back now. Here comes Probst. They're going to pitch it out to Probst, right side. Probst is coming around. Probst gets away from one, still on his feet, bangs all the way down in, and what do we say? Touchdown, Dragons! Ethan Probst just would not be denied, was hit, went and put one hand down, kept his balance, and takes it in the end zone from 17 out. or 16 now, and the Dragons now lead it 13-0 with 3 minutes and a tick left to go here in quarter number 1. We're still in first quarter. York scoring on both possessions. And now the extra point, snap down, kick up. Kick is good, and with 3:01 left to go here in the first, York leads it 14-0.
Speed limit 55. Right turn only. Exit here. With some signs, it's clear what you're supposed to do. But heart attack warning signs aren't always this obvious. They can feel like arm pain, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue. If you experience the warning signs, call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Well, York now with a 14-0 lead, 3 minutes and a tick left to go here in the first quarter. Don't forget, next week, York on the road to Cannon County, our regular season finale and our region finale. York with a win in that one, and they can finish no worse than second in the region and will host a region playoff game. But right now, it's Livingston Academy they're to worry about, and they have got the lead of 14-0. Now, Johan West going to be kicking off. West not the strong leg that Probst has, as Johan will kick it off. Livingston got a couple of guys deep, but only they need to be quite that deep for Johan. Johan's more of a placer style kicker, and now he's going to kick this one deep, and now he's going to be taken all the way down to the 19-yard line. Pretty good kick. On the return, coming back, number 11. He spins away from one, and he's going to go down. Good job by the Dragons on that one. As down there to trip him up, I believe, was the jackhammer Josiah Headings. As Headings grabbed him and then just wrapped his legs up and brought him down. 1st and 10, Livingston at their own 31-yard line. York with a 14-0 lead, 2:53 left to go in the first quarter. Livingston will bring it up. And it'll be Neely handed off. Neely going to get hit, but gets away from him. Neely still on his feet. Good run. And then his own player run over him. As that time, number 4 actually ran into Neely and knocked him down as Ayers was out in front of him. Neely got ahead of him, and Ayers ran into his back and knocked him off his feet. So good tackle by Ayers on that one. And York will take it. Going to make it 2nd and 3 now as he picked up 7. And Neely, a great back, folks. He has got some great moves. Got good eye for the hole, too. Able to hit that hole quickly when he sees it. So now it's going to be 2:20 left to go when they snap this one here in the first quarter. York up by 2 touchdowns. Will McDonald back in the shotgun. He's got Neely behind him. Got a man in motion now. They'll take the snap, hand it off to Neely. Neely's got the first down and more. Neely's got some room. He's going to break away. He could go. Well, he's going to be ran down, but will they get to him? They do not. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Livingston. Neely with a big run, and Neely gets the Cats on the board. And Neely gets the Cats on the board as he dives into the end zone. Now, last week, Sequatchie County called for a unsportsmanlike conduct for that due to the fact they didn't make it in the end zone. But a great run by Neely, and Neely just an outstanding run on that one, gets the big yards. Neely's bound to be close to 100 yards in his first half as well in this first quarter, as we got 2 minutes left to go here in the quarter. It will be to kick it T. Beatty. They'll tee it up for him, and he will get the kick off. The kick is up. The kick is good. Livingston comes right back. York leads it with 2 minutes to go in the first. 14-7.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. All the area teams play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Well, Livingston Academy answers York's big run with a big run of their own, and now it's a 1-touchdown game, and Livingston will kick it away. York has scored on both possessions. They've had the football. They will drop back Rex Road deep, and you got Johnson up Shallow along with Cooper and Probst. So if they squib kick, he got some good speed there. And then you've got Miller, and you've got Rexroth, and you've got Lathan Drake back deep. Got to watch that onside kick with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Livingston now trailing by a touchdown. Good run by Neely. Once Neely got through that initial line, he had one man to beat Lathan Drake, and he was able to take the hit and dive into the end zone for the touchdown. And now it's going to be kicked off by Beatty, and the kickoff going to be a short one. That one's going to come to Miller at the 20. Miller going to bring it up to the 30. Miller still on his feet. Miller breaks the tackle. Miller's all the way up to the 43-yard line. Good return by Miller. As Thomas Miller showing some Miller time on that one, gets it up to the 42-yard line. And the Dragons now got it 1st and 10 going the other way. York has scored on both of their possessions in this first quarter, and with a minute 54, they got the ball back, leading by a touchdown. Up will come the Dragons. It'll be Lefeview under center. Got Cooper in the backfield. Rexroth to the right, Probst to the left. They'll hand it right off the middle to Cooper. Cooper just plows ahead. Got maybe 3 yards on the carry, as that time a lot of congestion in that middle. And Cooper stacked up right there after picking about 3 yards. Going to make it now a 2nd and 7 for Livingston. 2nd and 7. As up comes York. York will bring it up. It'll be Lefeview under center. Lefeview got Rexroth in motion. They're going to fake it now. Lefview's going to keep it. Lefview's going to make a couple of nifty moves, gets away from a couple, and then he's going to be taken down at about the 47-yard line. Good D by Livingston Academy. And Livingston Academy able to shut down the pitch. He couldn't make the pitch, so it's going to be 3rd and about 5 for York. I think it's the first 3rd down York has had in this game. 57 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. York on top, 14-7. Livingston just answered York's long touchdown run with one of their own by Neely. As Wade Neely gets the touchdown, now back will come the Dragons. Under center, Lefeview. Got Rexroth in motion. The hand off to Probst. Probst breaks the tackle. He's got the first down, but bounces back, so I don't know if he made it or not. They're going to push him over to the sideline, but he actually looked like he had the first down, but then kind of stepped back to try to make a move. And when he did, Livingston forced him back to the 50-yard line, where he's going to be short about a yard. So Probst gets to the 50, but it's going to be about a yard short. And that may be our last play of the first quarter, as they might give York a chance to talk about what they're going to do, as we're down to 1 second. And, yeah, we're going to the end of one. End of one, it's York 14, Livingston 7.
It's that time of the year again when temperature is dropping and folks are enjoying the crisp air. This means it's also time to schedule your fall maintenance. Before you ask your poor furnace to keep you warm all winter long, let our technicians come tune up your system for maximum performance. Call Condition Heating and Cooling, your Carrier factory authorized dealer, to save the most energy dollars all winter. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Conditioned Heating and Cooling.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Well, back here where York has the football, it's going to be 4th and a yard for the Dragons. It looks like they're going to go for it. York hadn't been stopped but once, and we'll see what they do here. They're going to take it, and 4th and 1 for the Dragons. Lefeview under center. Oh, and Lefeview may have got Livingston to jump, but one of York's players jumped too. And they're going to call a false start on York. York's number 61 jumped on that one. And that one's going to be Devin Handler. Devin Handler, now that's going to make it 4th and 6, and we'll probably see the punt team come in. York going to punt for the first time tonight. as Livingston got him to jump off sides, or got him the false start, and York now will punt it away. And to start this second half, they're going to get back, or second quarter, they're going to get back to Livingston Academy. Probst's going to punt it away. Snap back to Probst. He'll step up, punts it, sends it over to the right side. That one's going to hit, take a good drag and bounce, but a big high hop to the return man. He's going to bring it up, trying to make a cut outside. Makes a good cut, and then he's going to be dropped at about the 28-yard line. Good tackle there by the Dragons, number 42, as coming up to make the hit was Daedric Phillips. The Clark Range player able to come up and make the stop. So Phillips with the stop. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Livingston Academy at the 27, now trailing by a touchdown. We're just starting the second quarter. York scored on the first two possessions. Livingston scored on their last one. Now McDonald will come up, and the ever dangerous Neely in the backfield. They'll snap it. They'll hand it to Neely. Neely going to try to get outside. Does. He's got some more running room. He's going to have 10. Got more. Gets up to the 42-yard line before he's tripped up. As coming up to make the hit, I think that was Cade Brannon for the Dragons. As Brannon, I believe, Cade coming up for the stop on that one. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats, as Neely really getting some yardage in. Neely's bound to be over 100 yards. Rexroad's over 100 yards for York. So this is a game of running early. Nobody throwing the ball at all. York hasn't even attempted to pass, while Livingston's thrown a couple, but neither one completed. So here we go. This is a big ground game for both teams. As up will come McDonald. You got Neely standing back there, and yeah, they're going to hand it to Neely. Why wouldn't you? Now Neely's going to be stopped, though. Good job by the Dragons, as coming up was Lefty to make sure he didn't get any further, but Brandon, I believe, actually tripped him up. So a loss of about a yard on that one, and it's going to be 2nd and 11 now for the Wildcats. There's got to find some way to stop the run attack of Neely, while Livingston's got to stop the run attack of York. York's had some big plays in this first half. Livingston with the football. 10:46 left to go here in quarter number 2. We're headed toward halftime. It's 14-7 Livingston Academy. Or, 14-7 York at this point. Livingston with the football. Back goes McDonald in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking. Now he's going to run for his life as he throws it down. He's got a man wide open. Good catch at the York 48-yard line. Good job that time by the wide receiver, number 1. Oh, that was Ayers, I should say. Ayers came back for that one. Ayers helping his quarterback. When he saw his quarterback starting to scramble, he was able to break back toward the ball and get the football. It's 1st and 10 Livingston. Good throw that time by McDonald. First complete pass of the ball game. Just under 10.5 minutes left to go here in this first half of play. As Livingston will bring it up, they will be able to take it under 10 minutes before they snap the ball. McDonald, Neely in the backfield. Got Ayers in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off. No, he's going to keep it himself. McDonald over the left side. He's going to come up, man. Going to be tripped up. Good job that time by, I believe it was Brandon, come up and tripped him up again. As didn't see for sure as he went over the left side. And that's going to be a gain of 9, so 2nd and 1 now for Livingston. Livingston on the march. They were able to get down in the first 2 possessions, take it down inside York territory, then stall. Right now they got a 2nd and 1, and they're at the 39 of York. Here comes Livingston Academy. Coming up in the shotgun is McDonald. You got Neely back there, and you got Ayers in motion. They're going to hand it to Neely, though, and Neely's going to get the yard he needed, but that's about all. Up to the 37.5, it's going to be 1st and 10 Wildcats. Needed 1, got 2, so he is the first down. And now with 9:22 left to go, Livingston Academy, a fresh set of downs at the York 37-yard line. Livingston come out, their last possession, got a big run for Neely for a touchdown to cut this to a 1-touchdown game, and was finally able to stop York. York had it 4th and 1 at the 50-yard line, and had an offsides penalty, which backed them up 6 yards, and they had to punt. The first punt of the ball game for York. Now Livingston with the football. It's going to be McDonald handing it off to Neely. Neely trying to get outside. Does. Neely bouncing way outside. He's going to be hit and met right at the 30-yard line by Rexroad. the Rex Rocket with a good stop on that one after about a 3-yard gain. A lot of running for not a lot of yardage on that one. Going to make it 2nd and 7. Well, they say he got 6, so he got all the way down to the 31-yard line. Or 31-yard line. He meant the 33, but they're going to say 31-yard line, so 2nd and 4, a lot better run than I thought. Livingston with the 2nd down now and short. May see him try to air one out here while they got 2nd and short, especially with Neely behind them, because Neely can get that 4 yards pretty much at will early in this first half. Only been stopped a couple of times. Snap back to McDonald. He's looking. McDonald's looking. He's going to throw one out there. Got a man out there. Can he get to it? No, he cannot. Just overthrew the intended receiver. He had some daylight, had some separation, as Ayers had about a 2-yard separation on Drake. And you thought Lathan owed him money the way he was that far off of him, but it's going to go incomplete. And now it's going to be 14-7, still Livingston with the football at 8:07. That's going to bring up 3rd down, and you can bet Neely going to get the handoff here. I would almost bet the house on that one. Yeah, this is the area where they look to Wade Neely to get that at least 4 yards, and he hasn't been stopped much. Now they got a 3-man backfield behind McDonald. They're going to snap it, hand off Neely. Neely left side. He's going to have the first down as he falls forward to about the 24-yard line, or 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Livingston Academy. 8 minutes and a tick left to go here in the first half, and all the momentum now on Livingston's side of the ball. York had it early, and now Livingston's got all the momentum. As Livingston will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Or at York's 26-yard line, I should say. Wish it was at their 26, but it's at York's 26, so 1st and 10 for Livingston Academy. And a new back in the backfield now. That's number 20, Dylan Cantrell. Cantrell in the backfield now. Snap back. They're going to hand to Cantrell. Cantrell left side. Cantrell showing some speed. Bursts through that line. He gets a good run on the first one. Gets it up to about the 27. Pickup of about 7 or 8 on that one. So Cantrell, a smaller back, able to bust through. They should give him 6 on it. He looked good on that carry. So we see Cantrell come in. He looks good. And now York a little bit back on their heels. Got to cinch it up here. They got 2nd and 4, Livingston Academy inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And Livingston going to call a timeout. Timeout called by the Wildcats, where we have got now 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Or first half, and it's 14-7, York.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal.
Plus a sundae.
For just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Well, folks, it's been a battle of the halfbacks and the runners in this one, as Rexroad in that first quarter had 110 yards, while Wade Neely had 139 yards. And you had Cole Cooper with 40-30 for Ethan Probst. Livingston, Neely, the only one with positive yardage in the first quarter, as York had 6 first downs, Livingston 5 in that first quarter. York had 186 yards running to 124 for Livingston. I think that's pretty much evened out. We'll see here at halftime. We'll take a look at our halftime stats, and I think it's going to be a whole lot closer at the half than those stats there. And I think Livingston's going to be leading in most of them coming up in the second half, because they pretty much dominated quarter number 2 here. As Livingston with the football back in the shotgun, McDonald gets it. McDonald's looking. He's going to throw out the side and knocked away. Good play by Rexroad to come up and break it up. Rexroad read that one well, come up last minute to break it up. And they intended that one for Haulers, number 5, but Rexroad, the last moment, come up and got a paw on it, batted it down. So that's going to make it 3rd and 3 for Livingston, and I bet we get a big dose of Wade Neely right here. Wade Neely has been the workhorse for Livingston Academy. He's back there. And Livingston in the wing formation, the double wing formation now. Got one spot outside, got a motion. They'll take the snap. Neely going to get it. Neely going to cut back in. Neely, I don't think he got the first down. Got to about the 20 or the 16 before he's brought down, so he's going to be very close going to be right at the first down marker, so we'll see. They may have to measure this one, or they may just give him no, they're going to say fourth down. He didn't get there. He's about a half a yard short, and this is definitely 4-down territory. Not sure what kind of kicker T. Beatty is, but I don't imagine they kick a whole lot of field goals. Most of these high school teams don't. So here's a big play for Livingston Academy. They want to keep the drive alive, and 6:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Livingston's had the entire half of this quarter. Back in the shotgun, and now York's going to jump off sides. York's number 17, that is Austin Johnson jumping off sides. So there's one of those hallmark moments for you as York just gives them a nickel on the encroachment. Going to make it now a 1st and 10 for Livingston as they get a freebie there, and it's all the way down to the 10-yard line, 11-yard line. Now York really needs to cinch up, and like I said, it's not whether you break or you got to bring it in, but not break when it comes to defense. And when they're this deep in the territory, Livingston Academy now you're going to see a big dose of Wade Neely, I'm sure. McDonald in the shotgun. McDonald. Snap, Neely. Now they're going to throw it out this time to number 2, right side. He's got some room ahead of him. He dodges one. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Livingston. Livingston with a touchdown, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up. Well, this has been a game of momentum, folks, and right now Big Mo is on the Livingston side of the field as York looked early like this was going to be a game they could dominate, but Livingston has come storming back now. And the Wildcats do not say, no, they didn't get to 7-1, folks, by rolling over. I'll put it that way, as now Livingston going to try to tie this ball game up as going up to kick the extra point will be T. Beatty. For the tie, 6:05, and the kick is up. The kick is right down the gully. It is tie ball game, 6:05 to go, 14 apiece.
The night just started, and your candy bowl is quickly emptying. What happens if you run out and those sweet trick-or-treaters turn on you? Are you ready? With a premium 2-gig kit from Twin Lake Security, we'll get you everything you need to guard your home if those sweet trick-or-treaters turn sour. Our 2-gig kit includes an interior siren, motion detector, door or window sensors, and more. Plus, monitoring starts at just $24.99 per month. Godspeed, Halloween door opener. We're here for you. To learn more, stop by any of our 7 local offices or visit us online at twlakes.coop. T insert number C-0026.
Well, how will York respond? Livingston had this ball the entire second quarter so far. They took almost 6 minutes off the clock, so York's going to get back 6:05 and now in a tie ball game as York scored on their first 2 possessions. Livingston have scored on their last 2 possessions. So Big Mo now has moved over to the side of the blue on this one, so we'll see what York can do if they can answer back as T. Beatty will kick it away. York has got Rex Road and Drake, I believe, deep. No, it's going to be Rex Road and Miller deep. And Beatty will kick this one away. It's going to be to the left side. Drake will take it to 22. Drake's going to jig one way now, gets another move, cuts back inside, and he's going to be dropped at the 40-yard line. And had Drake went on to the sideline, he had some open field up there. He tried to juke his way back inside, and when he did, he got dropped right at the 40-yard line. But York, with their best field position tonight, have it at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Now York needs to answer with a long drive that takes some time off the clock and put some points on the board. York now with a 1st and 10 on their 40. We'll see what the Dragons can do. York come out throwing a couple of haymakers, and then Livingston come back with a couple of uppercuts, and we're all tied at 14 apiece in this one. Under center goes that, and they're handed off over to Probst, and Probst's going to slide down. He's going to lose a yard. Probst trying to get out to the right side, lost his footing and went down, and now it's going to be 2nd and long for the Dragons as they lose a yard on that one. Cole Smith on the tackle. Comes up to make the play, and now it's York with the football and a 2nd and 11. York's offense has been on the sideline for a long time. Most of them playing defense as well, playing both ways, but they haven't had the football for a while. Here comes York with a 2nd and 11. Got the 2-man backfield this time. This time they're going to hand it off to the Headings, and Josiah leaps one and just pounds straight ahead for about 4. They gave it that time to the jackhammer, and that's the first time I think we've seen him carry the ball this season. And he ran over some people. He jumped the first one and then just ducked his head and run over some people. Going to make it 3rd and about 6 for the Dragons. The jackhammer with his first carry in this ball game picks up a 4-yarder. And now York needs some yardage as Livingston, all the momentum in their favor right now. And here comes the snap, and Lefevue drops it. He has to fall on it. Lefevue lucky to get that one back. Going to bring up a 4th and now 8 for the Dragons as he loses a couple of yards. And York looks like they're going to go 1-2-3 kick on this one. As York going to kick it away. York doing their best Rockettes imitation. This 1-2-3 kick. As back will go Probst. Probst gets the snap, going to get the kick. Whoa, that one almost blocked. That's going to be a long one all the way down to the 16-yard line as Livingston will bring the other way, gets away from one, and he's going to be thrown down this time by the jackhammer. And Josiah Headings on both sides of the ball now playing as Headings able to come up and slam down on the special teams at the 21-yard line. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Livingston 14 unanswered points and looking to take the lead on this drive if they can do it. They've got 4 minutes to go before halftime. York come out looking really good on offense, but their last 2 possessions have been stopped dead in their tracks. And now Livingston with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They got 78 yards to go for the score, but with 4 minutes to do it. Back in the shotgun, the snap. They're going to get it off to Neely. Neely trying to get outside, bounces back inside, hit by Lefevue. Breaks that tackle. Still got a man out in front of him blocking, and he's headed down the sideline. He's got some runner, makes a cut, got one man to beat, and that's Miller. Now York's got some guys back, but we'll see if he can break a tackle. He's down to the 33-yard line before Rexroad brings him down, and York whiffed on a couple of occasions as they had a chance to get him in the backfield and just whiffed on him. And that is Wade Neely at his best, folks. This young man just made it a big run. It's down to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Neely's got to have close to 200 yards in this first half. Now, Livingston next week got Macon County. That, I think, will decide who's number 1 in the district. But Livingston had some injuries. They were on a bye week, if I'm not mistaken, this week. And they come in this one and looking good so far. And now it will be handed off to number 20 this time. He gets up to the 28-yard line. Pounding straight ahead was Cantrell, so Cantrell gets a couple of yards. And we'll see whether they're actually going to give him about 5-6 on the carry. So 2nd and 4 now for the Wildcats. 3:08 left to go here in the first half. A 14-14 game. York got on the scoreboard first, put up 14 points, and Livingston has come storming back and answered with 14 unanswered points, and now have the football 2nd and 4 at the York 29-yard line. Snap back, looking. They're going to throw down. Got a man out there, but overthrown number 10 as York had a man running stride for stride with and was incomplete. Not a rag on the field. They may be going to call York for pass interference on that one. We'll see what the call is. And it's going to be holding against York. So York's cornerback there got burned on that one as I believe it's going to be, I believe that's Johnson called for the hold. So now 1st and 10 for Livingston Academy. As they'll mark off a 10-yarder, and then we'll have Livingston with the football. York just has been shell-shocked here in quarter number 2. Quarter 1 was pretty much all York, but quarter 2 has definitely been Livingston Academy. They're down now in the red zone at the 19-yard line, so Livingston with a 1st and 10 from the 19 and 2:42 to go here in the first half of play. Back in the shotgun goes McDonald. Snap back, hands it off to Neely. Neely going to go ahead in the middle, and he's going to be racked up after about a 2-3 yard gain. It's up to almost a 15. Going to be about a 3-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 7. Johnson with the tackle. York really needs a stop here. as all the momentum now in Livingston Academy's favor as they have rattled off 14 unanswered points, tied this ball game. We still got 2 minutes to go on this one. And York has had the ball for about a minute in this quarter, so they have really struggled to get Livingston off the field. Now they're going to hand it off this time to number 4, goes over the right side. He's going to be slung down immediately. Got up to about the 15-yard line, and he is brought down there by Headings again. The jackhammer with another stop. That's going to make it third. They say he actually lost about half a yard, so he loses about a half a yard. And with 1:51 left to go here in the quarter, Livingston now will have it 3rd and 6, but you know it's 4 down territory at this point. This deep in with $1:42 left to go. Livingston with the football. Down to a minute and a half as Livingston, no hurry. They want to run the clock out and not give the ball back to York with any time on the clock. So York really needs to stop here. McDonald in the shotgun. You got Neely behind him. And guess what? They're going to give it off to Neely. Neely going to cut inside. He's going to be hit and brought down. Good job by the Dragons that time. Good tackle there by number 70 for the Dragons. That is Jarrett Reed. Reed met him and stopped him. And now it's going to be 4th down and 6 for the Wildcats. And we've got 64 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Livingston here is going to take their time. Not sure on this. If they get the first down, they may need some of that time back. But they're letting it run down. They may let it run down and call timeout. Down to 8 seconds. They're not going to the line, so I'm assuming they're going to let the time run down. And they're going to take a timeout with a 4th and 5 coming up, and they do. Timeout on the field by Livingston Academy. We got 39.8 seconds to go in the half. It's 14 apiece.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No.
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Livingston Academy rolling the dice on this one as they got 4th and 5, and they let a lot of time run off. I think if they decide if they don't make it, they don't want to give York any time to come down the field. So this might be a good strategy, but if they do get the first down and don't get the touchdown, they're not going to have much time left to get into the end zone. They've got to get down to about the 9-yard line. So this one, they're going to go for the field goal. Coming in is number 1, Brody Johnson. Johnson is going to try to give Livingston their first lead. He'll come in and hold it, and T. Beatty will line it up. It's going to be about a 31-yarder. And York calls timeout. Timeout by York, 39.8 seconds to go. It's tied, 14 apiece.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
Well, Livingston Academy showed they were going for the field goal, and it looks like Beatty's back out there. It's going to be about a 31-yarder. We'll see what Beatty can do here, and he'll try to give Livingston the lead with 14 seconds left to play. I should say 39.8 seconds to play. 14 each is what I'm trying to say. I'm totally confused here. As Beatty lines it up, they're going to get the kick up, and the kick is going to be high enough. It's long enough. Is it good enough? Livingston with 17 unanswered points takes a 17-14 lead with 34.6 seconds to go in the first half. And now the Dragons will get the football back, but not a lot of time as York's had the football for about a minute in this quarter. They ran 3 plays and are out, and Livingston has had the ball the entire quarter. And they have now outscored York 17-0 since York took that early 14-0 lead. So York seeing the momentum shift entirely to Livingston's side of the field as T. Beatty just drills a 31-yarder, and they lead at 17-14. We'll see what York can do with 34.6 seconds to play in the first half. York will get the football to start the second half. They won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they do get the football to start that second half. And we'll see what the Dragons can do with this one. Watch out for Livingston. They don't try an onside kick. With the momentum they've had, I don't know if I wouldn't try it. I might go for an onside kick here and see if I can get the ball back with 35 seconds. And York is struggling offensively, so we'll see what Livingston does. We'll see T. Beatty line it up. York will get the football to start the second half, as Beatty will kick it away. Beatty, the lefty, will kick it. Come up on it, and he kicks it deep, and that one's going to be kicked, and that one's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Good kick by Beatty. Kicked it away from the defensive guys, and it rolls in the end zone for a touchback. York will have it 1st and 10 at their 20. York has 35 seconds to go 80 yards, folks. We'll see what they can do when they take over the football here with 34.6 seconds left to go here in the first half of this one. Big by the Wildcats. That was a big one a moment ago. Big field goal by T. Beatty gives Livingston Academy 17-14 lead. York has given up 7 unanswered points in this quarter. Now the snap, they're going to hand it off up the middle, and straight ahead, running hard is Cole Cooper. He's going to be dropped, though, by the 29-yard line. And I don't know if York will call a timeout or they'll just run up and get up there quickly. He got close to the first down but didn't get the first. So York is going to take their time and get up here. They're not going to get many plays off at this rate. They had a couple of timeouts but didn't use them. And we're down now to 10 seconds. York's going to have maybe one more play as they'll pitch it out to Probst right side. Probst got some blockers out in front of him. Probst going straight ahead. Is going to be still on his feet up to about the 44-yard line when time runs out. So the quarter comes to an end. The ball comes loose, and Livingston has it at the end, but it doesn't matter as that's the end of the first half. Halftime of this one, Livingston 17, York 14, back in 2 minutes.
When it comes to a state representative, actions speak louder than words is Representative John Mark Wendell's motto. John Mark has been a majority floor leader, a member of the House Transportation, Agriculture, and Natural Resources Committees. Locally, he's been a leader in keeping state funding for York Institute, and if one of his constituents has a concern, then it's John Mark's too. So when it comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder than words.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal.
Plus a sundae.
For just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
As a former educator and now York County executive, J. Michael Cross is a proud sponsor of the York and Clark Range sports programs. His passion for the betterment of Fentress County, his vision and determination are all evident in his life. He has plans to see the people of Fentress County prosper by making wise use of every available resource. And J. Michael Cross has the wisdom to keep his ear tuned to the needs of the people. Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931. Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over
the York Dragons got out to an early start. They took an early 14-0 lead, but Livingston with 17 unanswered points have taken the lead here at half and lead it 17-14. Time now for the Old Ben Franklin Ford halftime stats. Remember, Fords are cheaper in the country.
Hello, folks. This is Brian Myers, Finance Manager at Old Ben Franklin Ford. We have financing for all customers. Interest rates starting as low as 0%. Are you tired of other dealers telling you no? Come by or give me a call. Let me show you how easy it is to be driving away in your new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. Remember, Fords are cheaper out in the country. That's Old Ben Franklin Ford in Wartburg, Tennessee, 1-877-NEW-FORD.
Well, back here at halftime where York trails at 17-14. Let's take a look at our halftime stats. First downs, Livingston with 13, York only 6. Rushing yardage, York 201 to Livingston's 221. That's pretty close. And passing yardage, York none, 25 for Livingston. As total offense, York has 201 yards, Livingston 246. York's at 18 plays to Livingston's 30 plays. Now, York did have one fumble that was recovered by Livingston at the end of the first half, so the clock ran out on that one. So nobody really injured by that one is hurt as far as the turnover situation. As far as the time of possession, York had it 9:08 to Livingston's 14:52. So York had it about half again as much as, or Livingston had it half again as much as York. Third down conversions, York was 0 of 2, Livingston 1 of 5. Fourth down conversions, neither team had any fourth down conversion. Red zone scoring chances, York 1 of 1, Livingston 2 of 2. Looking at the rushing individually, Rexroad has 110 for York, followed by Cooper with 49, Probst 32, and Headings had 5 in that first half. For Livingston Academy, they got 215 for Wade Neely, 12 for Dylan Campbell. They had minus 1 for Will McDonald and minus 5 for Mitchell Ayers, as those two young men did not pick up any yardage. Passing, McDonald is 2 of 6 for 1 touchdown. He had 25 total yards. His line was 13. Taking a look at the scoring situation as far as how the scoring happened. Well, first, let's take a look at tackles. Josiah Headings with 8. And you've got Ethan Probst with 7. Austin Johnson, Heath Rexroad both with 4. Jake Craig had 4 for Livingston. Brody Johnson 3, 2 each for Ayers and Parrish. Scoring, York got on the scoreboard first. 9:29 to go in the first. They got Heath Rexroad an 83-yard run, and it was 7-0. Then York got their second score at 3:01 in the first. Ethan Probst a 16-yard run, and it was 14-0 after the West kick. Then Livingston, with 2 minutes to go, was able to punch it in 61 yards from Wade Neely on a run. T. Beatty, the extra point, made it 14-7. Then to start the second half, 6:05, Carter Hayes, a 12-yard pass from Will McDonald. T. Beatty the kick, and it's 14-14. Then 34 seconds left to go in the first half. A T. Beatty 31-yard field goal, and that's where we stand at halftime, 17-14, Livingston Academy. A good first half, folks. A back-and-forth one in this one. Both teams have had the momentum, and both teams have seen the momentum shift the other direction. So right now it's all Livingston at the moment, as the momentum definitely back in their favor. York scored on their first 2 possessions. Livingston scored on their last 3 possessions, and they have a 17-14 halftime lead. This is the Old Ben Franklin halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford in Wartburg. Don't forget, folks, Fords are cheaper in the country. Don't go away. We'll be back to start the second half in just a few minutes.
Hello, folks. Bruce Babb, GM, Old Ben Franklin Ford in Wartburg, Tennessee. It's fall time in Tennessee, and our prices are falling. We have over 10 cars, trucks, and SUVs for under $10,000. We have the all-new 218 F-150 Ford truck in stock, and we have several 2017 F-150s with up to $14,400 in savings. Fall is SUV season at Ford, and we have a great selection of the Escapes, Explorers, and Edges with up to $6,400 in savings or $299 per month. Remember, Fords are cheaper out in the country. Give us a call, 1-877-NEW-FORD, openfranklinford.com.
And back here at Livingston Academy, we're getting set for the second half to get underway, and I think we probably had a lot of dead air there because I thought I had this set right, folks, but no, probably didn't. But anyway, we're set for the second half to get underway. If you missed the first half, it was a good one. York jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Livingston comes storming back and put up 17 unanswered points, and we're going to have the second half here. York will get the football to start this second half, and we'll see what the Dragons can do as we'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back for the second half kickoff, so don't go away.
And Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joy Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadowthrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our 2017 York football team.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and a gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
And getting started here in the second half in just a moment. We have one injury during the halftime. We found out Dawson Threet is out. Dawson will be out this second half. They think he may have a broken bone in his foot. It looks like he's over there on crutches, over there with his right foot off the ground. They said they think he may have a broken bone in that right foot, but they're going to take him and have him x-rayed, and we'll see what he has, and hopefully not a broken bone, but we'll see, as that would be a big blow for the Dragons as he started this game having a great ball game. Livingston will kick it away. It'll be T. Beatty. T. Beatty set the Livingston record with that field goal earlier, as that was their sixth field goal of the season, the most they've ever had in one season. So it'll be York and Livingston now. Livingston going to kick it off as York's back to receive is Rexroad, and also back there is Johnson. The kick going to be a boomer all the way down to the 6-yard line. Going to be taken by Miller. Miller's got some running room. Miller makes a break, makes a good move all the way up to the 42-yard line. Good return by Thomas Miller as Miller time up to the 42, and is now 1st and 10 Dragons. York with good field position. York actually seemed to move the ball better when they were deep in their own territory. They started at the 8-yard line and at the 15-yard line and scored both times. Then they had a much better field position the other times and could not score. So we'll see how it works out in this one. As York with the football. 1st and 10 Dragons, as we'll see what adjustments they come out with. As we see Probst. Probst now number 40, according to this text I got. It's number 40. And now the handoff's going to be over to Rexroad. The Rexroad gets around the outside, cuts back inside, still on his feet. Good run by Rexroad. Gets up to the 50-yard line, picks up about 9, as he had over 100 yards in that first quarter, and now has a total of about 120 for the game. He had 110 in that first quarter, and then not used a whole lot in the second quarter. Well, actually, York didn't have the football enough to use him in that second quarter. York only had him for a few minutes. And now it's going to be coming up is Lefeu under center. Lefeu got a man in motion. They're going to hand it off to Cooper. Cooper's got the first down and more up to the 45 of Livingston. Good run by the Coal Train, and he's up to the 45 of Livingston. It's 1st and 10 now for the Dragons inside Livingston territory. York was pretty much shut down in that second quarter. They now the ball just about maybe 2 minutes in that whole quarter. And Livingston had it pretty much the whole time, but just put up 17 points. And they lead at 17-14. York with a man in motion. That's Probst. Probst going to get right side. Probst going to cut back inside. Probst straight ahead running up to the 39-yard line. Probst with the run, and Probst gets it a second and about Looks like about 4. And Probst on the carry. As I'm not sure if everybody knows, but Probst has a different number. The text, like I said, he tore his jersey. So one of the parents sent me that. I appreciate that. As now up will come the Dragons. They'll hand it off straight up the middle to Cole Cooper. Cole going to get away from one, but then is brought down after a pickup of maybe a couple of yards. Going to be 3rd down and short now for the Dragons. 3rd and about 3. As we see coming in now is Johnson. As Ayers with the stop on that one. And now York will bring it up. Lefeview under center. Lefeview got a man in motion, going to hand it off to Rexroad. He'll cut inside. He's got some running. Rexroad breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet. Down to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 15-yard line. First and 10 for the Dragons inside the red zone of Livingston Academy. And Rexroad with a good carry. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the Wildcats 15-yard line. York with a good drive to start this second half. They had lost all the momentum going into halftime. And now York with the football. They got a man in motion. They're going to get to Probst. Right side, Probst is going to get maybe a yard before he's brought down. And Probst with the run. And Probst with the run. And it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Livingston Academy. And it will be Lefeview bringing them up. 2nd and about 7. They'll give it off. No, it'll be keeper by Lefeview gets away from one, but he's jerked down. He runs back the other way and loses a whole lot of yardage all the way back to the 23-yard line. Not what York needed there, as York loses a big chunk that time. They're going to be backed up, and it's going to be 3rd down and about probably 15. Great play by Livingston Academy on that one, as they was able to shut down York and throw him back for a big loss. Now it's going to be 3rd down and about 16 for the Dragons. Lefeview will come up. Lefeview got a man in motion in Rexroad. Drops back, looking. Now he's going to be flushed out pocket. He's going to have to dump it off, and it's going to be incomplete. And now we're going to have a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. That was a late flag. We'll see if they call that intentional grounding, but they're going to call that intentional grounding. So that's going to be a penalty plus a loss of down, and that's going to bring up 4th and a mile for the Dragons. 4th and very long now for the Dragons, as that will be a loss of down on the intentional grounding. And what was a promising drive for the Dragons now has gone backwards on them. That'll back them up, and that'll be intentional grounding. Going to be 4th down now and about, let's see, they're at the 30. They got to get all the way down to the 8-yard line, so we need a 22-yard play. Let's draw this one up in the book. York going steadily backward. York with a going steadily backward in this one. And it will be up to the line of scrimmage, Lefeview. He's got Johnson to the right side. Takes a snap. He's going to roll back. Got some time to look. Got some blockers out front. Throws it deep. He's got a man out. Intercepted. And in the end zone, that's going to be brought out for a touchback to the 20-yard line. And actually, that time it would have been better if he'd have just knocked the ball down, because they'd had it at the 30. But they're going to get 1st and 10 to 20 with the interception. What would have been the better play there would just have been to bat it down and get the football out at the 30. But now Livingston takes over at the 20-yard line. And Livingston takes over at the 20-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 Wildcats as they get the football back. York stalls in the red zone. A couple of penalties and a couple of losses on plays. And now they're going to hand it off this time to Neely. Neely going to be racked up from behind. Good job by the Dragons D on that one. As coming up, knocking him down was Ethan Probst. So Probst with the tackle. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 for Livingston Academy. And up will come Livingston. And now back in the shotgun goes McDonald. Neely back there with him. They're going to hand it off to Neely. Neely looking for some room. He's going to be racked up and stopped there. Good job that time by the Dragons' Cole Cooper to get in there and knock him down. And now it's going to bring 3rd and long for the Cats. This is a big play for the Dragons. After turning the ball over and on downs, they now have a chance here to get Livingston stopped deep in their own territory and have them punt. York needs a play here. Livingston York moving down the field, looked good. Then a couple of miscues on some plays and a penalty, and York got out of any range there. And now the quick snap back to McDonald. He's looking deep. He's going to throw deep, and they're going to flag on Murdoch on this one. As that time going down was number 11. That was Wesley Smith, and he actually looked like he stumbled and fell, and Murdoch fell over the top of him. It doesn't look like it. I didn't see a lot of contact on that one. They're going to say hold against York. That's going to be a 1st down. Like I said, that time looked like Wesley Smith just kind of stumbled and fell, and Murdoch tripped over him, and they called Murdoch for the hold. That's going to be enough for a 1st down, as that will give Livingston a 1st and 10 and get them out of a deep hole. They'll have it 1st and 10 on their own 32. And now they'll move the chains. They're going to have to wait till the chains get moved. And the chain crew taking their time over there. Now we'll get it set up. York will have it 1st and 10. Livingston have 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. He'll snap it, and he's handing it off to Neely. Neely trying to get outside, and there's a hold. You got to get number 72 on a hold that time because he just grabbed hold of the jackhammer and held his arm, and that's going to be backing up Livingston Academy. That one was really easy to see there as Neely come around the outside. They had a hold on number 72 for Livingston Academy, and that was Dustin Burchett there. I guess it's Burchett. Burchett called for the penalty on the hold. That'll back them all the way up to about the 20-yard line. Going to make it a 1st and, let's say, 22. As they've got to get to the 42-yard line. They're all the way back to the 22. They're back to the 20. As they will be back in the shotgun. Got a man in motion. It's McDonald. The snap. McDonald looking, flush. Trying to run now. He's really being chased. He's going to throw it downfield, and that one's going to be incomplete as had a couple of guys out there, and I think he hit the one receiver in the back as he was kind of running in front of the other, and that's going to bring 2nd and long for Livingston Academy. York needs to stop here and get the football back. They trail by 3. York was moving the football, had it down inside the red zone of Livingston Academy. And it's going to be 2nd and 21 for Livingston. And York able to stop them on that one. Now we'll see what York can do here. It's 2nd down and long. 2nd and 21, back in the shotgun. Goes McDonald. Gets the snap, drops, looking. Now he'll throw downfield. Got a man out there, got Ayers. Ayers going to be hit, and Ayers breaks the tackle and gets the 1st down. Oh, he broke away from Lathan Drake as Drake didn't make the tackle, just kind of tried to grab him around the waist. And you got to make a better tackle than that because he just gave him a 22-yard reception and a Livingston 1st down as they got the Cats out of some big, deep territory there. And you got to make that tackle as Drake had him, just let him slip through his hands, and Livingston gets the 1st down. Huge contingency from York here tonight. in this rivalry football game. As far as standings, this one not meaning a whole lot. Whoever wins this one just has another win on their regular season record, but it's big because it's York and Livingston, and it's a rivalry matchup. And back goes McDonald in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Neely. Neely going to go out to the outside. Neely gets away from one, but he's going to be drugged down, and we're going to have a flag on the play. And I believe big number 72 got another hold call. And I believe 72 is going to get a holding again as he is just going to pick up another penalty. And that'll back Livingston up 10 more yards, and Livingston goes 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. As they're back now, and it's going to be a first and about 20. So 2nd and 20 now for Livingston Academy at their own 33-yard line. Or 1st and 20 at their own 33-yard line. York's defense got to get a stop here. As they'll make the snap. Back goes McDonald. McDonald getting a big rush. Now will throw one. He's got a man out there and going up and making the catch at the 20-yard line is Carter Hayes. Hayes was there as York's Johnson got turned around on and got there late, and it's going to be 2nd and short now for Livingston Academy as they get 18 of the 20 they needed. Johnson was there, just couldn't make the play on it. Now, we did mention that Dawson 3'd out with a broken foot, they think. And they think it might be broken, not sure yet. They'll have to x-ray that, but he is out for the ball game. It may be for the rest of the season if that's a broken bone. As York has one more regular season game next week at Cannon County. 2nd and 2 for Livingston. They'll hand it off to Neely, and Neely's going to fight, and he gets about to the line of scrimmage, not much more. Maybe got just a touch. Going to be 3rd down and about, well, they're going to say 1. He got a yard of it, got half of it. Good defense by the Dragons on that one. 4:48 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. York trailing Livingston 17-14. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Livingston. Back in the shotgun. They got a 3-man backfield along with that. Neely, and Neely goes straight ahead. He's got the 1st down and more. Neely gets up to the 44-yard line of York, and it's 1st and 10 Livingston Academy. Livingston just dominating the line of scrimmage here in this ball game. Headings with another tackle, but Josiah not before he gets the 1st down. Livingston with a 1st and a 10 now at the 44 of York. Livingston will come up with the football, and they're taking their time. They're on top 17-14. No rush for them. Still in the 3rd quarter with 4 minutes, so we got about 16 minutes to play. As they'll take the snap back, McDonald bobbles it a bit. Now he's going to get up, and he's trying to knock the ball out. It's free, and it's going to be picked up by the Dragons. Picking it up is number 11, Lefew. Lefew's going to take it all the way for wait for it, touchdown Dragons! Dragons with a big play there as I don't know who the defensive player was coming around the right side, but he batted it out of McDonald's hands, and it took a big hop to Lefew, and Lefew takes it to the house for a 20-17 York lead. Big turnover there, and a big play by the York D. Just when they needed it, they get a big play, and now West will try to make it a 4-point game, which will be important because we know that the Wildcats have a great kicker. Snap back, and the kick is up. The kick is good. York takes a 4-point lead with 3:43 to go in the 3rd. It's now 21-17 York.
Some signs can make your day easier, like the ones you see on the road. Other signs can help save your life, like the warning signs of a heart attack. For women, common signs can include jaw pain, nausea, and dizziness. And some women may experience a heart attack without feeling chest pain. If you experience the signs of a heart attack, get to an emergency room fast. Call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Well, the York Dragons, big defensive play. Didn't get the number on the player that knocked the ball loose, but it came loose, and it took a great big hop and a big scoop by Lefeview. He goes the other way about 60-plus yards, and the Dragons now have a lead of 21-17. That's a big turnaround. Both teams now with a fumble. York fumbled right before halftime, which did not hurt them as Livingston able to recover, but time had run out. But that's a big, big play by the York defense right there. As it will be, I guess Probst's back to kick it off now. Probst coming in. Probst now wearing number 40. If you're watching on TV, he is wearing number 40. His jersey got tore. Number 36 is what he normally is, but he's number 40 now. So make note of that as you watch the video. Probst's going to kick it away. And Probst's going to kick this one. That's going to be a deep one over to the right side, going to go out of bounds, and that'll give Livingston the ball at the 35-yard line. Livingston Academy with the football, and now they trail by 4. They have dominated as far as the line of scrimmage through most of this game, but a big play a moment ago on defense as York, I believe it was, I may have been Probst that came up and knocked that one loose, but it was Lefeview who picked it up and ran it in. So Lefeview with the touchdown, and now York has a 4-point lead and 3:43 to go in the third quarter. A lot of football left to play in this one, though, folks. Don't go anywhere. This one may be who has the football last. And Livingston, they're going to get to Livingston at the 40. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. At the 35. Gee, guy, did you get the book that everybody else got? I don't know what this official was doing. He was going to mark the ball at the 40. He must have got the Spanish version of the book. Either way, it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cats at their own 35-yard line. The snap's low. They'll hand out Neely. Neely's going to be chopped down the backfield. Coming up to make the hit, Ethan Probst. As Probst comes shooting through and knocks him down for a loss all the way back to the 30. Going to make it 2nd and 15. Good D by the Dragons. Good defense by the Dragons to knock him down. And now Livingston's got it 2nd and 15 from the 30-yard line. And now it will be going to be right at the 31-yard line. Livingston takes a snap, fakes it to Neely. It's going to be rolling out. It's going to be the quarterback. He's still trying to move. Now he's drugged down. Good tackle by Lefeview at the 34-yard line. Lefeview showed that speed he's got as he drops him on the 34-yard line. Going to make it 3rd and about 11 for Livingston Academy as Lefeview showing some speed that time. Able to run him down and throw him down to the side. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Livingston Academy. Another big play for York here. As up will come Livingston. And it will be back to the quarterback, McDonald. He's looking, goes a little slant pattern, and they can't hang on. Number 11 had his hands on it, could not hang on to it, drops it as Wesley Smith would have had the 1st down, but cannot hang on. Good D that time by the Dragons as they was able to break it up. And coming up on that play, I believe, was Miller. Miller come over big, don't make that for York. That was Trevor 3. Trevor with a big play on that one. And now Livingston going to have to punt it away. Dropping back is Lathan Drake. Not seeing Rexroth return any here in the second half. I'm not sure on this one. And the punt's going to be a short one as Drake's going to signal for the fair catch. Gets it at the 31-yard line. Or make that Rexroth. I thought it was Drake, but it was Rexroth at the 31. Good job by Rexroth. York will have it 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. Now we'll see what York's offense can do. Their defense we know can score, but now we've got to see what the offense can do. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. York with the football. 2:14 left to go here in quarter number 3. York by 4. And Livingston will see if they can stop York here. York moved the football earlier, just could not score. They got down inside the red zone and got stalled. And now on the handoff, it's Rexroth. Rexroth cutting back the middle. Rexroth with another cut, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. Gets all the way up to the 48-yard line as a Rex Rocket. Well, that makes it a 1st and 10 for the Dragons, just shy of midfield. Good running by Rexroad on that one. Rexroad spun away from a couple of players. Gets the 17-yard run. It's going to be 1st and 10 for York at the 48-yard line. Up will come York. Left you under center. Got Rexroad in motion. Going to hand it off up the middle to the Cole train. He'll go straight ahead for about 5 of them, so make it 2nd and a nickel. Hard running by Cole. Cooper right up the gut. He picks up about, they're going to mark him about 4 on that one, so 2nd and 6 for York. Inside Livingston territory. Dragons up now by 4. Will come up under center. Lefeview. Buck 25 left to go here in quarter number 3. Got a man in motion. They're going to hand it off. No, it's going to be Lefeview pitching it out to Rexroad. Rexroad cut back inside, and he's going to drop the football. Rexroad fumbled it, and Livingston's going to come up with it. York with their 2nd fumble of the night as Rexroad held up and had it knocked away from him. And now Livingston's going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. A big turnover by the Dragons there. 1st and 10 Livingston Academy, and now the Dragons got to go back on defense. York leading by 4, but they give it back to Livingston with 73 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. It will be Livingston with the football. And the snap, they're going to hand it off this time to Neely, and Neely going to be thrown down by the jackhammer. Josiah Headings drops him all the way back to the 42-yard line. And the jackhammer with another stop on that one. Come to play here in the 2nd half. Good D by the Dragons. And the Dragons, a big defensive play there. As now it will be for Livingston Academy, 2nd and 11. McDonald in the backfield. Got a 2-man backfield with him. Takes the snap, hands it over to Neely the other side, and Neely gets around the outside. This time gets shoved out of bounds right at midfield. That's going to bring up 3rd and about probably 3 for the 1st down as they run McDonald Neely out of bounds on the left side, and Neely's slow to get up. And that is something Livingston can definitely not afford. Now we see Neely getting up. He's going to be okay, but they're going to take him off for a play. Neely took a shot over there on the sideline. Now it's going to be just inside, right at the 50-yard line. They're going to put the ball right on the midfield stripe, center of the midfield stripe, and it's a 3-yard. Well, Livingston needs 3 yards for the 1st down, and they may not even make a play till the end of the 1st half, or end of the 3rd quarter. And they're making their way over here. They don't have to run the play. I think they're going to let it run out, and that way they can get Neely back in there because we're at the end of 3. End of 3, it's York 21, Livingston 17.
Summer has sadly come to an end, and cold weather is just around the corner. Are you wondering if your heating system will survive all winter? Well, now's the perfect time to kick off that cold sweat and invest in a new top-of-the-line heating system. Now until the end of November, you can save up to $1,650 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. The season to save on quality is now. Call Condition Heating and Cooling today to schedule your free quote. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Conditioned heating and cooling. He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, a better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
Here we go, 4th quarter coming up as Livingston with the football, and it's 3rd and 3. You take a look at the stats, York with 262 yards rushing, Livingston 327. As now Livingston going to hand it off this time. It's going to be Neely, and Neely's going to be brought down from behind. Good job. The ball comes loose. They say no, it was down as Neely was down on, or actually that was not Neely, it was number 20 on the run that time. Cantrell got the first down and just got it, I believe. And now we're going to have a timeout. They're going to measure it to see if he got it. I think he's got it. It looks like he's got it by about a half of football length at least. But York with 262 yards rushing. Livingston with 227. York at 262 is all they have. And Livingston 293 total. But York, with that big play, that defensive play where they knocked the ball loose, got the touchdown. And then now they will measure here. And no, they're going to be first down. I was thinking they was going the other direction, but it's first and 10. I thought he got enough for it because he got to the 37. They actually, I'm not sure why the officials need to measure that one. That was a good half yard. He made that one by half a yard. So I'm not sure why they needed to measure that one. First and 10 now for Livingston at the 47-yard line of York. 11:43 left to go here in the ball game. 21-17 your score. York by 4. Both teams have had turnovers in this one. York just turned it over as now back in the shotgun goes McDonald. McDonald looking. Now McDonald gets it off the last minute and that's up in the air for grabs. That was incomplete. He threw that one up in the air for grabs, and Carter able to knock it away from Johnson. And Carter going up for it, and Johnson had it knocked away. Incomplete now, going to be 2nd and 10 for Livingston. Livingston taking a shot there. Donald kind of hung that one up. Lucky that one picked off. And now it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Livingston from their own 40, or from York's 47. Just at 11.5 minutes left to go in this one. McDonald is where they like to hand it off to Neely. And they do. No, they're going to keep it. McDonald with the keeper. York brings the man up, and they're going to bring him down as Drake come up, made him cut back inside, and they knock him down the 41-yard line. Going to be short of the first down, but a good gain by the quarterback on the keeper. He gets about 5, so they need 5 more for the first down. I don't know if they're in 4-down territory or not here. With 11 minutes to go, just depends on how close they are, I would say, on this next play. York really needs to stop here as in will come number 15, Jake Craig. And out will go number 2, Carter Hayes, as in the shotgun now goes McDonald. McDonald hands it off to Neely. Neely trying to bounce outside. He's going to have the first down and more. He got all the way to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Livingston Academy. Gain of 8 as he needed 5, so we got an extra 3 on it, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Livingston at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Livingston Academy. 21-17. York on top. And it will be Livingston football. McDonald in the shotgun. Got Neely behind him. Got a man in motion. They're going to hand off to Ayers. Ayers going to come around the right side. Ayers trying to get outside. Going to be ran out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 26-yard line. So he got a good junk on that first one. Seen that one coming as he came on in motion and took the handoff and gets a good gain on it. Picks up 6, so they'll be 2nd and 4. York needs to stiffen here. As we're in the 4th quarter, and it's a 21-17 York lead. York's offense has been stymied since those first 2 touchdowns. They got their other touchdown on a fumble recovery by Lefew, who took it to the house. And now it's going to be the snap back. They're going to hand it off Neely. Neely's hit quickly by the jackhammer. He no more got the football till Josiah Headings was there, and the jackhammer with another big hit. Folks, this is the first year this young man has played organized football. So if you don't see a kid that's just a natural talent, this Josiah Headings is a jackhammer, to say the least. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Cats, as that knocked them all the way back to the 30. York needs a stop here. This definitely 4-down territory for Livingston Academy. I don't think they'll try a field goal from this distance. And now they're going to it's going to be a snap. Going to be Lookins. McDonald's going to throw. He's got a man down there. York's man that falls down the defense, and it's caught. Touchdown, Livingston. And York's defensive player that time tripped as he's going through there. That was Cade Brannon. And that one left the receiver for Livingston wide open for the touchdown. And there's a penalty marker on the play, so let's throw a flag on that, and if that'll back them up 10 because they're backing everybody up. So we're going to get a hold on Livingston Academy. And in the words of Justin Moore, back that thing up. As they're going to back Livingston Academy up 10 yards as the penalty puts it all the way back to the 43-yard line. That's going to make it now 3rd and about to 16, as that was a beautiful pass as Cade Brandon slipped and fell. The receiver for Livingston was wide open. I didn't see who it was, but the holding penalty back here explains why he had enough time to throw it. Yeah, now it's going to be York still on top as Livingston's touchdown waved off on the holding penalty. Going to be 3rd down and about 17. York really needs to stop here. McDonald drops back. McDonald's going to get a big rush. McDonald gets away from one. Now he's going to tuck and run, but he's not going to get the first down. He's going to get about to the 32-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and a dozen. And now let's see where they're marking at. They're still moving on down. It's going to be right out at the 35-yard line. So he goes out the 35-yard line. Still going to make it 4th and a dozen. I was right. My math's not that bad, folks. I do have some sort of education. Learned that in the 4th grade. Trust me, that was the best 6 years of my life. And now it's going to be Livingston Academy with the football, and they have a 4th and a dozen. This is a huge play here with 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Livingston with the football. McDonald back in the shotgun. Snap is going to be on the ground, and what do we have? What do we have here? I'm not sure what we've got here. Timeout, York. Timeout on the field with just under 9 minutes to play. York takes a timeout, leading 21-17.
There's a panic at the dealership. Sharice here from Casey's Frontier Chevrolet. I've added too many cars to my cart, and now my lot is overrun. It's an inventory apocalypse. So right now, I'll give you up to $6,000 off any nicer, newer car on the lot. Does your credit score scare off other dealers? Don't boo-hoo. We've got you. Our For the People credit approval process takes the nail-biting out of car buying. And with up to $6,000 off, it won't last long. Check us out at CaseyChevy.com. We're the dealership in the cow pasture.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects actual discount. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends October 31st, 2017.
Well, the York Dragons got a big break a moment ago. Livingston had a touchdown pass called back on a holding penalty, so now it's a 4th and a dozen for the Wildcats with just under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. And York needs a big stand here. Got to get some heat on the quarterback, McDonald. York's been getting some big rushes from Josiah Hennings. And here we go. Livingston with a 4th and a dozen from their own 35-yard, or from York's 35-yard line. They'll take the snap. Dropping back is McDonald. He's got room. Now he doesn't. He gets hit by the Dragons. Great job that time by the Dragons. Number 24, Cole Cooper, and number 70, Jarrett Reed put a sandwich on him. And York's going to take the football, go the other direction. Big penalties in the 4th quarter in last week's game kept York from let York hold on to a big win. And here, another big penalty. And York has the football now with a 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line with 8:52 to go in the ball game. Now York needs to hold on to that football. They turned it over last time they had it. York's got to grab a hold of that thing. Here comes the Dragons. Up will come Lefevue. Lefevue. Man in motion, Probst. Probst's going to come up the middle. Probst's going to be hit. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Gets to the 44-yard line. Pick up of a nickel. Probst with just some hard-nosed running on that one. Gets it second and 5. Gets half of it, so York needs 5 more to keep this drive alive and keep the clock running. Clock now York's best friend. If they can go down and punch it in here, make it a 2-possession ball game, York would have a huge momentum build with only, probably if they can march it down and get it within 2 minutes. This time they're going to pitch it to Miller. Miller trying to get outside. Miller's got some blockers in front of him, but he got maybe a yard after all was said and done. Good pursuit by the Wildcats on that one. And the Wildcats able to run him down over there on the left side. Now I believe that was number 8, Spears, the cornerback. Chance Spears stopped him. So now it's going to be 3rd and still about 5 for the Dragons. They didn't get much at all on that one. You're going to split Drake out here wide to the left. Left U, under center. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Probst. Probst straight ahead. Probst still on his feet. Probst just bulling his way all the way to 35-yard line. Folks, that's what you call beast mode. As he pops that one for a big one, and the Dragons, the beast, gets York another first down, and it's at the 36-yard line of Livingston Academy. When you unleash the beast, that's what you get, as Probst is going straight ahead. And if you see number 40 on Probst, that's because he tore his jersey and they had to give him number 40's jersey, and number 40 is, I don't have a 40 on my roster, so we'll have to see who that is, as York now with the football, and time keeps ticking. They'll hand it off to Cole Cooper up the middle. Cole's going to break free. Cole's on the way to the touchdown. It's their touchdown, Dragons. Cole Cooper, a 37-yard run, and the Dragons take a 2-possession lead, 27 to 17 now. Big extra point coming up for the Dragons. Regardless whether he makes it or not, it's going to be a 2-possession ball game. But Johan can make it a 2-possession plus a 2-point conversion, which would be big. York trying to take an 11-point lead. It's down, it's up, it is good! Johan West with the extra point, and 7:07 to go in the ball game. York takes a 28-17 lead.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Well, the York Dragons now take an 11-point lead as they lead it with 7:07 to go in the ball game. York will kick it off now with a 2-possession lead. Now, still, it's only still just a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and a field goal to tie this game up. So it's still not out of reach for Livingston Academy, as we've got 7:07 left to go in the ball game. York trying to keep their win streak alive. Livingston also trying to keep a win streak alive. York has won 5 in a row. Livingston has won 6 in a row. And now this kickoff deep is going to be taken at the 10-yard line. Back on the way, coming up, trying to make a move and get outside is the return man, and he's going to be dropped right at the 30 or 27-yard line. Good coverage by the Dragons. As that time, number 10, Will Sims, trying to bring it back, got held up and then took a whack. Good thing he held on to the football. That was a tough whack by one of the Dragons. Didn't see who made the hit. But the Dragons now will see Livingston with the football. Don't forget, next week we'll be on the road to Cannon County as the Dragons take on the Lions. The winner, if York can win that one, they will finish no worse than second in the district. And so we hope you'll join us for that one down there. And now Livingston with the football. They're going to hand it off to Neely. Neely gets away from one tackle, picks up about 3 yards before he's brought down. Kate Brannon had him around the ankles, but he kept turning and got away from Brannon. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Down to 6.5 minutes left to go on this one. Livingston next week has Macon County. That's big implication for them. The region could decide whether they're first or second in the region. So going into playoffs. Playoffs start week after next, and York's going to be in them for the first time in a long time. Now McDonald's looking to throw the ball. McDonald's trying to run now. Now gets flushed out of the pocket, going to throw down. Got a man out there, and Ayers going to come and make the catch at the 45-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. Going to be third down and about 2 for the Cats. McDonald that time doing some scrambling to help himself, and finally Ayers came back to help him out. He got it to him, and it's now third down and 2 for the Wildcats. 3rd and 2 for Livingston as at 5:50 left to go in the ball game. York with a lead now 28-17. Now Livingston going to take the snap, hand it off to Neely, and Neely's going to be stopped for a loss. Good play by the Dragons. They stacked it up and able to knock him down. As that one, I believe, by Probst. Probst and Headings has just had a heck of a night getting in the Livingston backfield. 4th and 3, make it 4 for Livingston, and we'll see what they do. With 5 minutes to go, they may be in have-to-go mode with needing 2 scores, so they're going to go for it. 4th and 4 for Livingston. This right here could be your ball game, folks. McDonald in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to the back. He's going to be dropped all the way back to the 31-yard line as Ethan Probst gets him and drops him. The Dragons going to take over on downs, and that may be the final nail in the coffin right there, folks, as York will take it over at their own, or at Livingston's 31-yard line. They got Neely in the backfield. I don't know what York did at halftime, but they did some discussion at halftime, and whatever coach, whatever kind of Kool-Aid coach Wright made, they drank it, folks, and they're playing well here in this second half. Going to be 1st and 10 now for York at the 32-yard line of Livingston Academy. York trying to salt this one away. Left you got a man in motion. That's Probst. Probst's going to take it, go right straight ahead. Gets up to the 30-yard line. Pick up of a couple. Probst makes it to 2nd and 8. Livingston trying to stop York here. York gets some more points here, and this game could be over with. If York can go down and score here, that's going to put them up by 3 scores, and that's going to be with 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Almost an impossible mission. You'd need Tom Cruise to take care of that. As here come the Dragons. Left you. Got a man in motion. Hands it off Probst again. Probst right up the middle. Probst just banging straight ahead. Picks up another 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1. And you know this is 4-down territory for the Dragons. Now, on the night, folks, let me see if I'm correct on this. Let me look at my third quarter stats. York has attempted only 1 pass in this half, and it was in this ball game, and it was intercepted. All York's yardage is on the ground. And so now Livingston has got to try to stop York here. York's got a 3rd and 1. Got a man in motion. It's Probst. Probst behind the tackle, going to get the yardage. He gets a couple and needed 1 and got 2. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. And York now can run this down up to about 2 minutes, even if they don't get another first down. Well, they're going to say they didn't get it. I thought he got enough for it. They're going to hold up and say that's 4th down and about a half a yard. So they get him a half a yard short. So York now with 3 minutes, I thought it was a first down. York picks up the first down here, and they can pretty much run the clock out. York comes up under center. It'll be left you. This could be the ball game for sure here if York gets stopped here. Snap, handoff to Cooper. Cooper dives ahead. He's got the first down. Cooper gets it up to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Dragons. 2.5 minutes to go, and that may have sealed the deal right there, folks. York's just got to hang on the football now with 2.5 minutes to go, and they can pretty much run this clock out and end this football game. York looking to pick up their 5th straight win on the season. And Livingston looking like they may be going to drop their first one in a while. They were 7-1 coming into this one. You're going to take their time. They'll wait till that clock gets down to about 4 seconds before they'll even begin to start something. Now they'll hand it off up the middle. It's to the left side, still on his feet, and all the way up to about the 17-yard line, banging straight ahead. That time was that Rex Road on the carry? Yeah, it was the Rex Rocket on that one. Now the thing to do now is just make sure you hang on to that football. Under 2 minutes left to go in this one. York by 11. York going to be headed to Cannon County next week, and that'll be our last regular season game and last region game of the year. A win there, and York can finish no worse than second in the district, or in the region, I should say. And that will be big because they're going to be able to host that first round of the state football playoffs. Left U hands it off up the middle, and Cooper straight ahead. He's very close to another first down, it looks like. And if he is, York could probably kneel the rest of the way, but they're going to stop the clock and measure, I believe. It's going to be very close. Like I said, if York gets the first down here, they can pretty much run the clock out. They can just kneel out with 1:20 left to go. This game looks like it's pretty well in hand. Looks like York going to pull the big win off here. And before we do, we got a timeout on the field. Timeout right now, and York leads it 28-7.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Well, we've got 80 seconds left to go in this one, and it looks like York is on their way to their 5th win and a 7-2 mark on the season, headed into their last game at Cannon County, where they should be heavy favorites for that one. And York waiting to take the snap. They got a man in motion. They're going to pitch it out to Rex Road. He's going to cut back inside. Rex Road still on his feet up to the 7-yard line before he's driven back, and that's going to be a first down. And now York can kneel this one out if they want to and just run the clock out. 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in the ball game. That's a first down for the Dragons. And first and 10 for York. And I think they'll move the chains, and then they're going to just say it's first and goal for the Dragons at the 8-yard line. York down to a minute left to go in this one. York going to pick up the win here tonight. A big night for the Dragons as they pick up a win over their arch rivals, Livingston Academy. As they'll hand it off to Probst. Probst right side, goes straight ahead, gets a couple of yards, and now we're going to just see Livingston, I believe, call timeout. Timeout, Livingston Academy. 45 seconds to go. York on top by 11.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
Well, the York Dragons are 45 seconds away from picking up their second straight win over Livingston Academy. They won last year, and looking like they're going to take another win here from Livingston Academy, their second win after having lost several in a row. Before this win last year, York had lost 8 in a row, and now it looks like they're going to win their second in a row here over Livingston Academy, as we've got 45 seconds left to go in this one. And York really probably nailed this the rest of the way out. Second down, and they'll come up. Left U. Man in motion, Probst. Probst. No, it's going to be Lefevue on the keeper. Lefevue bounces outside. He's going to be knocked down at about the 3-yard line. So probably about time for one more play. Lefevue with the keeper gets it down to about the 3-yard line, and time just ticking away. York may not even have to snap it. I don't think they're even going to have to snap it. I would just make my way to the sideline, boys. Don't need to run another play. York pumping up the big crowd from York Institute. You look across the way, if Jordan can get his shot of the crowd over there, that is the York fans over there, folks, that travel down here tonight. And they are going to come away with a win, as that is your ball game. The York Dragons come into Livingston Academy and take a 28-17 win. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal.
Plus a sundae.
For just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Vanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Some signs can make your day easier, like the ones you see on the road. Other signs can help save your life, like the warning signs of a heart attack. For women, common signs can include jaw pain, nausea, and dizziness. And some women may experience a heart attack without feeling chest pain. If you experience the signs of a heart attack, get to an emergency room fast. Call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Streaming, surfing, and staying connected is more important than ever. You need a reliable broadband connection that moves as quickly as you do. Twin Lakes is here to get you and keep you totally connected with broadband speeds up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megabits per second. Plus, the more you bundle, the more you save. To learn more, stop by any of their 7 local offices or visit them online at twlakes.coop.
Well, the York Dragons continue like butter. They're on a roll as they come away with their 5th straight win of the season, and they come away with their 2nd straight win over the Livingston Academy Wildcats here tonight as they win it 28-17. Your final, a big win for the Dragons, and York, just an outstanding night for them. They had a great game from a couple of players tonight. We'll have some stats coming up here in just a moment, but what a win for the Dragons as they come up with a defensive score that put them ahead, and then they get another score and go ahead and they hold on for a huge win here tonight. Their 2nd straight win over Livingston Academy, and their 2nd in the last 10. So they had lost 8 in a row before picking up the win last year, and then they won here tonight. And so that's 2 in a row for the York Dragons as they beat Livingston Academy by a final of 28-17. A huge win for the Dragons, a huge non-district win, but a big momentum game. And they did have a little bit of trouble, though. They did have one injury in this one, so that was a tough for the Dragons to get that injury to Dawson 3. But we will talk to Coach Wright about that when he comes up here in just a moment. Right now, though, we're going to start our Progressive postgame show, and we will be back with more from Livingston Academy right after this from Progressive Savings Bank.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
Well, big the win here tonight by a final of 28-17. Let's take a look at some stats from this one. Rushing, York had, or first downs, York had 13, Livingston had 18. And net yards rushing, York had 351 to Livingston's 250. Passing, York did not have a passing yard. Their only pass was intercepted. And let's see, they had, Livingston had passing. They had 12 yards out of 5 attempts. Or they were 5 of 12 and did not have any interceptions. And let's see, total offensive yards, York had 351, Livingston 321. The big play was that fumble recovery by York that they took to the house and got the touchdown. York did have one fumble themselves, though, and they had a couple of turnovers, but didn't hurt them here tonight as they hold on to beat Livingston Academy. Total offensive, we had 351 for York, only 321 for Livingston Academy. Offensive plays, York had 42, Livingston had 55. Penalties, York had 5 for 36, Livingston 3 for 34. And the one that was a huge, one that they got a touchdown on, it was called back a touchdown. So that was a huge one. Time of possession, I was looking at the possession time. York had it to 20 minutes and 22 seconds. Livingston 27-38. So they won the time of possession battle, but the Dragons win the war as they come away with a huge, huge win here tonight, picking up that win over Livingston Academy. On the night, Heath Rexroad ended up the Rocket with 173. The Coltrane, he had 99, 75 for Ethan Probst. Josiah Headings had 5, and Thomas Miller had 1 for Livingston Academy. Wade Neely ended with 232 yards on the night. Good night for him. Not a great passing night for Lead Hughes. He only had 1 pass on the night. Join me now. I got Coach Derwin Wright here, and we will lay your CD over there with that, Coach. And, Coach, what can you say? Tonight you guys just persevered.
Well, hats off to the defense. Told them halftime, you know, we jumped up 14, and sometimes in a big game you get up quick and you relax, and we did. And told them halftime defense, we got to bend, not break. We got to make a play. Coming down to who makes fewest mistakes in the second half. And, you know, we got very lucky. We got a good backside blitz from the backside and ended up getting a hit on the quarterback. He fumbled, and Lander scored and gave us that lead. And then from there on, just offensive line running backs, making them take 3 or 4 to get us down and just running the clock down.
Coach, you had a big stop the one time when the touchdown pass, they got called for holding, backed them up, and then you were able to stop them.
Well, I felt like their 2 tackles were holding us all night long. I mean, you know, you understand you want to get those hands inside, but we were getting tackled. And I talked to Bobby, head official, you know, at halftime, and I said, yeah, we just need to look for it. And they done it, and he called it, and you know, he's a good official. He's one that's, you know, he goes out and does his job, and I felt like he saw it after we talked about it. He saw it, and we got that called, and that was huge down the stretch. You know, we finally got a few penalties that you know, helped us.
Coach, you had a turnover. Luckily, it didn't hurt you too bad. You actually had 2, one right before halftime with time run out, and then you had one that when you was making a pretty good drive on that run.
Well, the one before half, you know, you said Lander didn't have a good night passing. We didn't want to throw it. We didn't feel like that was going to be our strength in this game, and so I down there, you know, we ran a double post and said, hey, lay it up, let's go after it. If we don't get it, it's as good as a punt. And you know, we had one blocked a week ago, so felt like that was one of those. You know, he's laying it up, giving us a chance for it, and you know, they ended up making the interception in the end zone. Ball's on the 20, and like I said, it's good as a punt for us because Ethan Probst, you get him inside the 35 or 40 and he punts, it's going to go out the back of the end zone, and we knew that, so we thought, hey, take a shot, see what happens, and so that really worked out the way we thought it would. And then just the second half, your third quarter, you know, I've known that I defer. A lot of people wonder why I defer. Well, depending on where you're at in the game, you're getting the ball in the third quarter, and if you can take that football and drive down and you can put points on the board, you set the tone. And you know, we set that tone in the second half. We set it on defense. We got some heat on the quarterback. We finally shut 6 down in the running game. And, you know, we got in a 40 front that we ran when I was in high school. And it worked for us tonight. You know, we was able to get pressure and cover in the secondary. And our secondary's come 100 miles. You know, hats off to Coach Johnson and Coach Bowden. They work with our corners and safeties and dogs. And Glenn Rexroad, he runs the scout offense, and you know, they're just doing a great job, and our kids are responding and getting better. One thing I do want to mention, we think he may have a fractured ankle, Dawson Threed, who's a senior, and Dawson just played his heart out for us, and you know, he played probably 7 or 8 plays after he had that hurt ankle, and we went in the locker room, CW looked at it and said, Coach, he's done, you know, we got to get him out. So you know, that's just tough kids, and that's the way they're playing, tough.
You had some great big plays defensively. Probst was getting in the backfield. Headings was like a man possessed tonight.
Yeah, we ended up putting Josiah, and like I said, Josiah is a first-year player, and there's some things that he don't understand, but he's got a motor. He goes plays football. He's all over the field, and we moved him to a defensive end tonight and said, hey, just mirror that tackle, and you see run, squeeze, and force, and when you see pass, get us an outside rush, and what a job he done. I mean, that's the first time in the kid's career he's had to line up at defensive end, and he was all over the place, him and Ethan Probst at the end of the game. So, we found something right there, and, kids stepped up and made plays, and guys had to move out of position and made plays, and as a coach, that's, you just look at them, and you know that they believe in what you're doing, and you know that they believe in each other, and want to thank our community. The 12th man was here.
Coach, you mentioned the way Headings played in that. It kind of reminded me of the old Waterboy movie where Bobby Boucher, they said, just wait to see who gets the ball and hit him.
Well, and we didn't use that per se, but we just basically said, mirror your tackle. If you read run, you squeeze and get after that football. If you read pass, you rush from the outside, and what a job he done. I mean, again, he's an instinctual player. He's got as much football instinct for a first-year player that I've ever seen in my life. Naturally talented kid. And then on the offensive side, the offensive line tonight, I just can't give him enough credit. And our fullback was having, I don't know, one of those hits that him in the defensive end hit. I guarantee they heard that in Alpine. Man, that was a hit. I mean, them two boys just collided. No Cole just went right on over him, and he's playing with a sore shoulder, but you wouldn't know it. He's a tough kid. And Landry Cleffew led our troops tonight, and Ethan Probst and Heath Rex Rode. And then we called on AJ and Thomas Miller. Thomas Miller on a toss there at the end and got us 6 or 7 yards. So, we've got some tools, and we just got to get all the pieces working right. And tonight defensively, I think we finally looked like we need to look.
Coach, if I can steal a phrase from a commercial, it's hard to stop a train. Cole was definitely a train tonight.
Their coaching staff and their friends were like, you guys, you run the ball harder than any group we've seen in a long time. And, that's what I told them the first day that I took over, that we were going to line up shoe to shoe, and we were going to mash people in the mouth, and we were going to play mountain man football. And I said, you don't know what that is, but by the end of the year, I hope you do it. And these kids are tough kids. I'm blessed to have these athletes, and then this coaching staff has really fell in place too. And the volunteer coaches and the paid assistants are just doing a great job. And I'm just blessed to have all that going in my way right now, and the way our kids are stepping up and playing and making plays, and they believe. They now believe, that. One play. This takes one play to completely turn momentum. And we got one in our favor, which was a touchdown. They did get a fumble, but they didn't get points off of it because our defense stepped up and did their job. So, that to me, that goes in our favor. When you get you get a defensive score in a ball game like this, that's huge.
Coach, now we got to change directions. You're going to take on a team that quite frankly struggled. They lost, I think, 68-0 tonight to Whitwell in a game that was over by halftime of our game. The Cannon County Lions are struggling to say least, but when you've got a game like this, you got the first round of the playoffs, you got one of those teams in there. Some people like to call those trap games.
Well, those games you got to go, and you got to go to play. And like I tell our kids, we start 0-0 each week, and I try to get that mentality going, because when you make the playoffs, if you don't win each week, you're done. It's one and done, and you've got to prepare for each week. So we're going to prepare the same way we did. We don't care what Cannon County's record is. We scrimmaged Whitwell earlier in the year, and Whitwell, they've had one loss, and they're a heck of a good football team. And so we know that we just got to go down there and play our game, and come off football and be aggressive and just play to our level, not worry about who we're playing, where we're playing, but just go and play the game.
Coach, like I said, this game, you win this game with Cannon County, you're automatically going to be no worse than second. Yeah. Should Grundy County, who was playing Sequatchie County pretty close tonight, Should they upset Smith County, would that move you into the number
Well,
one spot?
Watertown were up 14-0 at half is what my understanding was. I don't know what the outcome of that game was. But with us going to an 8-2 record, if they fall down to 7-3 in overall record, we're going to win it. We're going to win the district. But we got one more to go. But either way, right now we're going to be first or second, and we're going to host. And that was the key to try to host that first game. Let somebody else be on the road, and get back in front of our home. I got some guys working on the Old Dragon. Dennis Norris and Gifford's dad have taken that thing, and we're going to display that again first round of the playoffs, and we hope everybody comes out and sees Draco. He's looking good.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you for joining us. Congratulations on a huge win here tonight, and best of luck as you head to Cannon County next week.
Thank you, and I just say to our fans, we're so glad you were here tonight. Big crowd, huge crowd, and got behind us and got us going.
And thanks once again, Coach. And that was Coach Derwin Wright. Let's take a final timeout. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a second.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your number one fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the York Dragons win it here tonight as they knock off Livingston Academy by a final of 28-17. A big win for York. They got the first 14 points. Livingston come back, scored 17 unanswered. York come back with 14 unanswered, and they win it here tonight by a final of 28-17. Now, next week, we're on the road to Cannon County. We'll be live down there. Don't forget, this is being videotaped. Whitney. I'm still calling you Whitney, Jordan. I'm going to have to change your name. We're going to change Jordan's name. Jordan now is officially Whitney Jordan. So Jordan with us on camera one filming for tonight. This is going to be shown Sunday 2 o'clock on CPTV. You can catch that on 953 on Twin Lakes Cable, and you can also catch that on Comcast Cable Channel 12 in Jamestown and Cumberland, or Fentress and Cumberland counties. So big win here for York tonight. Next week it's the final game of the regular season as York travels to Cannon County in a huge region matchup. Big thank you to all our fine sponsors for our live broadcast. They are Fentress Farmers Co-op, First Volunteer Bank, Dairy Queen of Jamestown, Mike Cross, Fentress County Executive, State Representative John Mark Wendell, Hall's Family Pharmacy, Jamestown Family Chiropractic, Condition Heating and Cooling, Twin Lakes, Meta-Thrift, Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, and Casey Frontier Chevrolet, State Representative Kelly Keesling, State Senator Ken Yeager, and of course our halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford, and the Coach Derwin Wright Show brought to you each Monday by the good folks at the Union Bank. And don't forget Friday Night Thunder coming up at 10 o'clock. That's not too far off. I'm hoping Bob's there ready to go on that one, as that one's coming up here in just a little while, and we'll have that here on WDB. That's going to do it for me. Stick around. We've got more Great American Country on the way. Got news at 9:45, and then we'll have Friday Night Thunder at 10 o'clock. Until Friday night when we're at Cannon County, I'm Gary Clark. See you at the game.